The most hotly contested midterm in recent memory, the races on the ballot today deciding who controls both Washington and Harrisburg. We start with one of the more closely watched races in this year's midterm elections, the race for Pennsylvania's 16th congressional district seat. Republican incumbent Mike Kelly is seeking his fifth term in Washington, fifth two-year term. He is being challenged tonight by Democratic candidate Ronald DeNicola and Libertarian Everett Bill Beeman. Right now, with most of Erie County's votes coming in, about 82% of Erie County's votes coming in, at this point, DeNicola with the 3-point lead over Kelly, 51 to 48. Beeman coming in with 1%. All told, about 47% of the votes have been counted. But as I said, about 82% of Erie County's votes have been counted. Quite a few left to be tallied up in Crawford, Mercer, Lawrence, and Butler County. Of course, as you move away from Erie and move toward Butler, you get closer to the incumbent's home there, Mike Kelly, coming from Butler. So it'll be very interesting to see how these numbers come in as the night goes on. Joining us now is Fox 66 reporter Dave Belmondo, standing by live at the Bayfront Convention Center, where supporters for Democrat Ron DeNicola are gathered watching the numbers come in. David?
Hey, thanks a lot, Sean. Good evening, everybody. As you can see, I'm going to step aside here. The crowd is thick here. We're waiting for the arrival of Ron DeNicola here at the Bayfront Convention Center. We talked with Ron a little earlier. Ron said he is eager to become a member of Congress because he said there's a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of cleaning up. Ron said, you know, he needs to get in there and clean out the swamp, as he told us a little earlier. A lot of corruption he needs to take care of, he said, in Congress, and he wants to be the man to do that. So we're waiting for Ron DeNicola right now to show up at the Bayfront Convention Center. The crowd eagerly awaiting. It's filling up fast here. The excitement, you could cut it with a knife right here. Back to you at the set.
All right, thanks, Dave. As we mentioned, the incumbent Mike Kelly facing that 3-point deficit at this hour with obviously quite a few votes to be counted. We're joined now by Fox 66 reporter Scott Bremner. He's standing by in Butler County, where supporters of Republican Mike Kelly are gathered, waiting and watching patiently there. Scott.
Sean, yes, we are at the Days Inn in Butler, which is on Route 8, just south of actually the city of Butler itself. I said in an earlier report that there was excitement, but there was also some apprehension. It seems that there's now a little more apprehension and a little less excitement. If I had to pick a moment that I thought was the moment when that mood switched, it was when Fox News reported that the Democrats had gained control of the House, and you could just kind of feel the air come out of the room a little bit. There's still hope among these supporters because, as you mentioned, there are still reports that have not been in yet, election results that are not in, particularly in Lawrence County. Lawrence County has been particularly slow. That is a Republican area, leans Republican anyway. So the idea is that perhaps the representative might be able to make up a little ground in those outlying areas now that the majority of Erie County is in. Some of the southern region in the district, which leans more Republican, may come in a little better for the representative. At least that's what the people here are hoping for. Representative Kelly telling us actually apologizing, but saying he wasn't going to make any comments now because things were still kind of up in the air. They are planning to address the entire crowd here at some point. When that decision is going to be made, it still remains to be seen. So in the meantime, we just wait and see as the folks here hope for the best. Reporting live from Butler, Scott Bremner, back to you.
Yes, Scott, you mentioned that Lawrence County was particularly slow. As we went on the air, no votes had been counted in Lawrence County, so both men understandably waiting tonight. Thank you, Scott.